Christmas time is here. This means spending some time with family and friends, finally getting a break from work and school, and most importantly, gifts. I realized that the presents underneath the tree today are very different from the ones I used to get as a kid. So I started asking myself, how have Christmas gifts changed over the years? How was gift giving like before I was born? Today, I'm going to answer that question and take you through the evolution of Christmas gifts. I wanted to initially just cover the change in gifts over the last few decades, but I can't properly cover the evolution of gifts without at least mentioning the beginning. So where did gift giving and other Christmas elements even come from? Well, I did a little bit of research. And I found that what we know as Christmas today is some combination of ancient winter solstice traditions, mostly Roman, Jolly Saint Nick, and religiously the birth of Jesus Christ. But how did these three things form together to make Christmas as we know it today? And more importantly, when did we start giving each other gifts? The exact origins of Christmas gifts are a little hazy, but we can partially say that the start of gifts were the Roman winter solstice celebrations, specifically Saturnalia, which was celebrated on the 25th of December, around 100 BC times. And they had gift giving as a part of those celebrations. But when it comes to the Christ and Christmas, gift giving was also present in the Bible, with three wise men bringing gold, frankincense, and myrrh as gifts. In short, the combination of these two things came when the church tried attracting non-Christians by choosing to celebrate around the same time as Saturnalia, which eventually morphed into Christmas. So the simplified version is that the spread of Christianity led to the spread of Christmas, and here we are.
Wait a minute, what about Santa Claus?
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about Santa. Briefly, the Turkish Saint Nicholas is the historically accurate Santa Claus, who is known for his good deeds, specifically leaving gifts for children in their shoes or stockings around Christmas time. Add the 16th century German tradition of decorating trees, and there you have it, modern day Christmas. There's a lot of other imagery that got pulled from other cultures as well, like the Nutcracker or the sleigh, but for the sake of focusing on evolution of gifts, I'll save those for later. Okay, now that the history's out of the way, let's talk about the actual gifts themselves, starting with the Roman gifts of candles, figurines, and of course, toys. I don't really want to talk about every gift ever in history, or we'd be here forever, but a quick timeline of the big changes is this. Again, we start off with some candles, figurines, and food from Roman traditions, which stayed consistent as gifts for a while. But as we move forward to the Middle Ages, we begin to see what I'd call more interesting things, such as handcrafted gifts like clay pots, jewelry, and even poetry. As we go further, the introduction of what I like to call the default dad gifts, like socks, became more common. We also had fine woven silk and also instances of furniture as gifts. Not exactly sure how that works, but they weren't sticking these gifts underneath the tree just yet. As a side note, while I tried getting data of the most common gifts of different eras, I don't have $959 just laying around. So instead of using Statista, I decided to use today's sponsor. Yeah, we don't have a sponsor, we're not Mr. Beast, but I did my best research using different sources, so please just trust me. Resuming to the gifts, though the Middle Ages definitely had more flavorful gifts than the Roman times, I'd like to jump forward all the way to the 1800s, which I'll call the Victorian era of gifts. The big jump here is due to the Industrial Revolution, which brought us the very first toy companies. A few of them might sound familiar with the start of FAO Schwarz and overseas, Nintendo got its start as a playing card company. The factories of this time popularized more dolls, jewelry, and toy planes, trains, and automobiles. The next big jump before we start slowing down is to the 1950s, which we start seeing iconic toys like Play-Doh, Scooter, and Barbies.
Hi, Barbie!
Hi, Ken. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Barbie!
Hi, Ken.
I can.
Push forward just a little bit and you see kids falling in love with the idea of toy rockets. This, of course, is because of the moon mission being televised all across the nation. And here there's an obvious trend. Just like with toy rockets, access to technology heavily influences what we see as gifts. Around this time, most American homes begin to afford household television sets, which I'm guessing could have made for a special gift. The media that comes from television also began to influence gifts, with Nintendo becoming a gaming company around now, and both kids and adults alike were enjoying media merchandise from large franchises like Star Wars. So that previous era was the age of television, but we have now finally arrived to the age of the internet. A lot of the gifts that I mentioned before are still around but in fancier versions, like the Rubik's Cube. But now we have a heavier focus on technological gifts, like game consoles, phones, and cameras. The internet not only made all of these gifts possible, but now expected since it only takes a few clicks on Amazon to bring it right to your doorstep. So finally, we're at the gifts of tomorrow. So what's next? With artificial intelligence fast on the rise, virtual reality becoming more of a reality, and more adorable squishmallows, there is a vast realm of possibilities that future gifts could hold. But the best place to start looking for clues is innovation. Technology with incredible smart glasses, a personal robot assistant, or even your own self-driving car are all crazy gifts that couldn't even have been thought of during Roman times, and are now just a few clicks away from being left underneath a Christmas tree. We have come a long way in the evolution of gifts, and I look forward to what the next gift is waiting under the tree. As you grow older, you realize that whatever gifts you get and however you receive them aren't nearly as important as the people you spend Christmas with. The greatest gift of all is spending time with loved ones, and that will never change no matter how Christmas does. So this Christmas, enjoy time with those loved ones, but also enjoy your gifts. Merry Christmas. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next year in the next video.